40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philskate.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
We're seeing very substantial inflation. It's very interesting. I mean, we're raising prices. People are raising prices to us, and it's being accepted. I mean, it's not, well, take home building. I mean, the cost of, we've got 9 home builders, and in addition to our manufactured housing thing, and then operation, which is the largest in the country. So we really do a lot of housing. The costs are just up. Steel.
That's right. Inflation's here, especially in materials, lumber. Hey, we're seeing inflation in everything. But this country is now doing the same thing that Argentina did. They hit it. I mean, Venezuela. I keep getting the two mixed up. Thank you. That Venezuela did. Okay? Venezuela. Their inflation went through the roof. And they did the same thing, lie about it, mask it. And you just can't keep masking your inflation. Yields go up, you have inflation. It's that simple. And yields are going to keep going up. I mean, there's no way to stop the yields from going up. And when the yields keep going up, and every time we borrow money from China, they want higher yields. I mean, yields are here to stay. They're going to keep. The inflation is so devastating. That's what happened again to Venezuela. Inflation. Now, but boy, to hear them talk about it, no, there's no inflation. No, not at all. But we haven't learned that lesson, have we, from Venezuela? We should have. See, tight money and high interest rates depress demand. In other words, that means you can't grow. There's no demand for cars, houses, whatever. When you have tight money and high interest rates, people stop buying stuff. There's little demand. And then you have the GDP, how much we grow, our economy, decline. It contracts. Same thing that happened in Venezuela. Now, what the U.S. has done, they made sure, just let's keep the money spigot open as wide as you can. Well, that's insane, too. And that's what they're doing. Just keep on. We borrowed and printed $12 trillion in 13 months, 12 months. 12 months. That's unbelievable. Never heard of. It's crazy. And don't forget, when you going and say, okay, I'm going to go after the rich guys now to pay for everything that we're screwing up. Remember, money is mobile. It can move around, and they'll move it. They're not going to stay in the United States. Why would they stay here? I mean, just think what inflation does. Inflation, not only does it cost us more money to borrow from Japan and China, Inflation destroys the mortgage market. Inflation destroys small businesses. Who wants to borrow when you got such high interest rates? Even the insurance company has been destroyed by high inflation. But they've been like the same thing with Venezuela. They kept on deceiving their public, just like we're being deceived, by publishing these low inflation estimates. Oh, and they do the same thing to us here in this country. They lie about inflation. Are you kidding me? They've turned it into a creative art here in the United States. So all the stuff we hear, how great this economy is, and it's booming like never before. And here's where people are getting sucked in. You got to understand, if you go back and take a look at the S&P, and go all the way back to the end of March 2021, that's when we had that, 32% drop in the market, remember? From February, that's the pandemic, to end of March. We have rallied off of that low in historic time, very fast, 90%. But none of that is coming from economic growth. None of it is coming from spending. None of it is coming from where wages increase, where we increase productivity. The whole key to a great country is you increase your productivity. That's what it's all about. And how do you increase productivity? Through capital investment. And ever since they put in QE, quantitative easing, stock buyback, they destroyed that. Corporations no more care about productivity. They care about a wet banana peel. They don't care. What do they care? They don't care about productivity. They don't make money with productivity. They used to. They now try to make money. They're doing stock buybacks. And they've been doing that since 2009. And then now they've gone into stimulus. Every time there's stimulus, boom, the market goes up. Another announcement, more stimulus, boom, the market goes up. But here's the problem. They're telling us now, on May 3rd, this economy is going to be booming. It's going to be booming, the economy. That's what they're telling us.
We expect very, very strong growth in the U.S. in Q2 and Q3, particularly the second quarter, more than a 10% annual rate.
But it's coming from such a low threshold, of course. But it's not going to last. Who in their right mind would think? Since 2005, we've been unable to hit an economic GDP growth, on an annual basis, 3%. Since 2005, that was the last time we hit it. Now, with this pandemic, still people are out of work because they choose to be, because of the government's program. They get rewarded to stay at home. And now you got truck companies that are offering wages 30% higher than they normally do. You even got people at McDonald's of these franchises offering people $50. Just come and interview, I'll give you $50. Never mind, they don't have to worry about, nobody's got to fight about raising minimum wage, the politicians anymore. They're doing it on their own. McDonald's, every other fast food company are raising minimum wage. $3, $4, $5, $10, $15, just to get people back to work because the government's competing. The government's telling people stay home. Because, see, they know the more people they tell to stay home, they'll get reelected. If you're a politician, you say to people, stay home. I'm going to send you a check. They love you. They love you, and they're going to reelect you. What a wonderful thing to go back home on the weekends and you're a congressman says, stay home, don't work. We're going to get you some more money. Don't work. It's okay. Everything's fine. But it's not fine. And if you really go back in the past 40 years, there was a study, I forgot where I found this, but there was a study, or I heard someone say it. It was really interesting. In the past 40 years, the top 1 percentile captured 8% of all the wealth, right, in our country. But if you extrapolate, every time they gained wealth, the working class gained wealth. Do you know what minimum wage should be right now? In other words, If every time the rich gained wealth, if the working folks gained the same percentage of wealth, do you know what minimum wage should be right now? And Social Security checks? I'll tell you when we get back. Hey, join my gang and sign up for our shorting class this Saturday.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. you immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's gang. You know, price stability, keeping prices down, is so fragile. It's so hard to do when you have a government that's nuts, that don't care about inflation, that they just keep borrowing and spending and borrowing and spending. And that destroys price stability. And you gotta have that price stability, and you gotta have economic GDP growth. They don't care about either. Because the 10 percentile, or actually the 1 percentile, get 85% of the gains in the stock market. And that's all they care about. That's all they care about. And that's fine. That's fine. That's what they want to do. But that means they don't care about the rest of us. They don't care about Main Street. And there lies the problem. You know, I was just saying before the break that if you take the wealthy and you go back in the past 40 years, what they discovered, the top 1 percentile, who captures 85% of all gains, their wages, if every time they gained, and on a percentage basis, if the working people on Main Street gained the same, not in dollar value, but in wage growth, if they went up 10%, then the wage, the person who's if a guy's making $5,000 an hour, if it goes up 10%, then the guy on Main Street, if he's making $25 an hour, should go up 10%. If they did that in the past 40 years, minimum wage today would be $80 an hour. Social Security, instead of receiving your little check of $1,325, which they screw you out of, remember, they don't give you the right cost of living increase. If they didn't do that, if they did what they're supposed to do, you should be receiving a check today of $5,623, not the $1,325. This is how things are so screwed up. And that's what opened the door to these professors, these Marxist professors. That was their platform in which to recruit people like AOC and the young people like her squad. Bernie Sanders was always a Marxist, that old fool. But that's what gave them the base. That's how they got in the heads of these kids in the last 20 years. AOC and the squad and the rest of them. That's why they believe in socialism. But they gave them that. They fed them. And it wasn't a lie. And here we are today. Now they want socialism. And this market, with what Biden is doing, and I'm not saying it would be the same thing with let me tell you, Republicans and the Democrats are both the same. They're both politicians. They're both politicians. They open their mouth, they're lying. They both, I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat, you want wealth. That's all you think about is wealth. That's why when they walk out of Congress, they're so wealthy. That's all they think about. They don't care about America. They're going to do everything to get wealthy. You know how many of these congressmen run the stock market? They front run it? Unbelievable. But that's for another day. So Now we're sitting here and we had the biggest rally in history, and here's what people don't get. From March 13th to today, the market went up 95%. Now they're saying we're going to have this big boom. We're going to have an unbelievable boom. It's coming.
We're about to have the greatest economic boom, arguably, of all of our lifetimes.
See what he said? We're about to have the greatest economic boom. Really? You think so? No. The time to have bought the stock market like we did, my gang, when it turned green on our chart on April 20th, 2020, that's when we started to buy our stocks. When nobody wanted them. When nobody wanted them. And then from April 20th to today, the gains are already being, if someone says, I'm going to get in, and most people right now, 90% of the people say, I'm going to get in the stock market right now because there's going to be this big boom. All I hear about is this big boom, and I'm going to buy Amazon. I'm going to buy Amazon, and I'm going to buy Google. I'm going to buy Microsoft. That's all they know. That's all they know. Google, Amazon, Microsoft, and Apple. That's all they know. And they're going to put all their money in there, and they're going to lose. Because guess what? The gain has already occurred. All these stocks have gone up on the anticipation, on the rumor that there's going to be a boom. And as soon as they start signing these tax increases and all this, and to substantiate this boom we're having, that's when the market will collapse. And the timing's perfect. The timing's perfect. We're going to go in, and people are going to start. And here's the thing. Don't be afraid of the market. Buy these breakout stocks. Buy the momentum of this. You know, this is pure momentum, and they're going to keep pushing this momentum. They're going to keep pushing this market up. They printed $12 trillion in just 12 months. They're going to double that again and double it again to keep pushing the market up. But it's going to be a disaster at the end. When they actually get ready to get these bills through Congress and through the Senate with these tax increases, which will destroy the profits of corporations, these 40% capital gains, which is going to take the enthusiasm out of anybody to a venture capitalist who's the one that finances the startup business. No startup business is going to be able to be financed. This market is going to just totally crash. But in the meantime, your defense is to learn how to simply take your position and change it. If you get into a momentum stock, whether it's a bank right now, one of the best momentum groups we're in right now is our REITs. Our REITs are doing fantastic because the rates are so low. REITs love that. VNQ is the ETF. VNQ is the ETF. Matter of fact, the REITs have gone up from I don't know, around $50 up to now $98. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's a 96% gain. And they're going to still go up as long as you keep interest rates low for a while. You've got to learn how to get into these stocks and learn how to reverse your position. More on that when I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect
protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from. All that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
GDP jumped an extraordinary 33.4% in last year's third quarter. Then it jumped another 4.3% in the fourth quarter. And now, reported out this week, 6.4% growth for the first quarter. Now, for those who may be interested, that is not a house on fire. Those are big, booming numbers, and it's not over yet.
What a dope. On an annual, that's quarter by quarter. And don't forget, they're coming from such a low, such a bottom. Of course, when it's just like a ball, right? I always say, you go up on a ladder 12 feet, drop the ball down, it comes up 11 feet. You go, wow, look at that. Unbelievable. But at the end of the day, when it keeps going back up and back down, back up and back down. It'll dribble all the way back down to where it should be. And that's exactly what's going to happen here. We're going to dribble down to exactly where it should be, and we're going to be about 2%. Now, but they're not going to tell you that. He did the same thing right before the housing crash. But here's what's important. You got to learn one thing. Let's take what has been going on with this market rally since March of 2020. This is what people don't understand. V&Q, those are the REITs. That's the ETF. Up 21%. Cube, one of the stocks, up 31%. Our builder, DHI, up 42%. Construction stocks. Everybody's talking about we're going to have all this construction. Now get this. We haven't put one nail, not one paintbrush, not one surveyor has been out to a bridge or a road as of yet. We don't even have any permits yet. But yet, the construction stocks are going up 33%, 37%, but yet, not one paintbrush hit a bridge yet. Not one. You know how they paint them orange all the time? Not one. So what that means is professionals like myself, we buy the rumor. Now they're telling you, and listen to what they're saying now. Now they're telling you that the market is they're just going to start. The market's going to take off. Just going to start. We expect a very strong start. That's what they're.
We're about to have the greatest economic boom, arguably, of all of our lifetime.
Okay, but wait a minute. We already went up 21% in the REITs. Already went up in the home builders 42%. Already up in the construction field 33%. Already went up in our steel stocks, 40, 50% or more. The hell are they talking about? You buy on the rumor. It's already baked in. So everybody who's jumping in the market right now, what you want to be doing, well, take advantage of it. Definitely take advantage of it. Don't sit on the sidelines because of all this stimulus, all this crazy money they're putting in, all these social programs. And remember, he's going to keep lying and telling us, they're going to keep lying and telling us that there's no inflation. There's no inflation. It's only 2%. And they're going to keep on pushing this market up. They're going to keep doing stimulus program, probably 3-4 more stimulus programs, all social programs. Okay, social programs, very little have anything to do like with the road and bridges and so forth. Very little has anything to do with that. It's all social programs. Now, so take advantage and buy the best momentum stocks you can. And we have a group, we follow them every day. We change them in, we change them out. We have what we call our best stock group. And we make sure we're in those right stocks, big power stocks. And if you get into these power stocks, you're going to make money. You're going to make money on the way up. But the key is you got to know when to get out of these things. And better, you got to know not only when to get out, but how about shorting them, turning around, and when they start failing, going down. So if you go look at Amazon, you go look at, as a matter of fact, Amazon already turned around today, started to drop today. Go look at Amazon today, already dropped. Now, it hasn't turned red yet, so it doesn't mean to short it. But the point is, these stocks that are all going up, the most powerful stocks, like the banks, Wells Fargo, we own Wells Fargo, Bank of America, USB, FHN, all these banks, First Horizon Corporation, all these banks are being manipulated to go up. And of course, as I said, the REITs are being manipulated to go up. The housing being manipulated to go up. All these that are going up right now. Industrials, materials, all being manipulated to go up. Make sure you're in these. You can make a lot of money. But then make sure you know what you're doing. 85% of you don't know when to get out of these. Well, this Saturday, we are going to be holding a webinar, $75, 3 hours, of how not to. You're going to not only know when to exit your stock, but no more are you going to get out and then go buy another stock, which is ridiculous because they're all up. You're going to learn how to trade your position, turn the position so easily. If you can put a light switch on, okay, then you can certainly
short your stock, make money as it goes down. And we're going to do a 3-hour block. And if you can't be here this Saturday from noon to 3, 12 to 3 Eastern time, if you can't be there, it's okay because it's archived for 2 weeks. $75, you have this class for 2 weeks to study how do I learn how to make money when this market does collapse. And it's going to collapse, believe me. And when it starts going down, you're going to know in advance. So you can take advantage on the way down instead of getting caught and calling your broker and when do I get out and all that. People are scared to death right now. And we got all the signs that this market is going to crash. Stronger signs than we had in the dot-com days. Stronger signs than we had in 1987. Honest to God, the signs we are getting, just go to my YouTube channel where I do a segment every Friday. I post at 6:30 at night. Okay, so that you have it over the weekend to view it as to the unfolding of the market crash. So please sign up. And again, you got it for 2 weeks. You don't have to be there this Saturday. And remember, we're only limited to 50 people. We're pretty near sold out now. Okay, that's a great investment. So you learn how to make money when a market is going down. What is wrong with that? How many of you do it? You never do it. You sit there and you're always hoping a stock's going to go back up. I'm going to hold on. It's going to go back up. I'm going to hold on. It's going to go back up. This inflation, like Buffett said, this inflation's incredible, and they're lying to you. Inflation, remember, takes those yields, interest rates, and push them up. Now, gold. I understand anything so stupid. They're turning around going, you know what? These stupid people on these fake business networks are getting up every day talking about, we don't need gold anymore. The economy's so great. The economy's so great, so strong. It's incredible. Why would you need gold? You don't need gold. Get out of your gold. You don't need it anymore. Just buy some Bitcoin. Buy Bitcoin. Are you nuts? This is when you want to buy gold. This is where you buy gold when nobody wants it. Don't be misled by them. They're trying to take parking space in your head. There's little inflation. That's what they're doing. They're trying to tell you there's little inflation when inflation is a monster. I'm not just saying that. Buffett's saying that. But the fake business networks say, it's only 2%, 2%. See? No one cares about gold right now. Just Bitcoin, they're saying. Just Bitcoin. Because the economy's doing so well. It's going gangbusters. And, by the way, it's different this time. There's not going to be any crash this time. It's different this time. Bitcoin's around, so it's going to be different this time. Who needs gold or gold mining stocks? That's what they tell us every day. If that was true, then why is it? Answer this. The U.S. government hold more gold reserves than any other country. Why? Why do you think they're doing that? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Gold, this is when you're going to have, you just got to know when is the buy signal for gold. Don't listen to them. We have growing debt, massive inflation, massive interest rates are going up, yields. You watch and see when we hit 2.3%. It could be next month. It could be 2 weeks. And that's when it's over. So please sign up for this Saturday for 3 hours. And you got to archive for 2 weeks. You don't have to be there to learn how to protect yourself by shorting. philsgang.com. Go there to find out.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60-70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days, philsgang.com. Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you start making money, please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up. It never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
The S&P 500 ending the week flat despite blowout earnings from some of the biggest companies in the market. The Dow and Nasdaq actually down on the week. So if record profits from the most valuable companies couldn't get investors excited, what will? Or is the best already baked into these markets?
Finally, someone telling the truth. They're already baked into the market. You had to be buying these stocks in March, in April 2020, like we've been doing. That's when you buy them, when nobody wants them. Same thing with gold. I'm going to have all my members in gold. Gold's going to be huge. But they're telling you, no, nobody wants gold anymore. It's old-fashioned. Yeah, our government has more gold than ever. Of course, countries are taking India, all these different countries are hoarding gold. They're hoarding gold. But you got the fake Business News Network out there telling you every day, okay, things are great, things are terrific, right? They also lie to you about the hedge funds. I think I have a cut on the hedge fund. Yeah, listen to this. Listen to this lie.
Actually, hedge funds are doing extremely well.
Extremely well, really. What a lie that is. Are you kidding me? They're going out of business left and right. They're laggards. The S&P's been returning around 30% average. Hedge funds been 17%. You're locked into these hedge funds for a long period of time. They can't get the returns. The fees are nuts. They're crazy. They're doing awful, these hedge funds. They're all going out of business. Just look it up yourself. They can't find liquidity. They can't find liquid. Because remember, and if you're in a hedge fund, you lock up investors' money for long periods of time. So you get caught in these big downturns. Like remember in February 2020 at a 33%, they lost that money. We turned around in 2 days before the market went down. We were out and started to short it. And that's what you got to learn to do now. The most money is going to be made when this market goes down. And don't tell me this market's not going to go down. As soon as you hear how wonderful this market is, how wonderful everything is, how fantastic everything. Didn't we hear that same thing in 1987? Didn't we hear that the same thing at the dot-coms? And didn't Larry Kudlow say, right before the greatest housing crash ever, I don't see no housing crash, he said. I don't see no housing crash. I don't see one house, he says, in trouble. He said, oh, maybe one in the Midwest somewhere. And it was falling around his ears. He's an idiot. Nice guy, but an idiot. Unbelievable. So let's focus on learning how to protect yourself, not with an annuity, not one of these stupid things you hear about every Saturday on the radio when you're driving around. Okay, go and do your errands on Saturday like I do. Hey, only make money when the market goes up. You never lose money when the market goes down. Can you imagine if that was true? Can you imagine if somebody could guarantee that to you? Could guarantee that to you, that you never lose money on the way down. You only make money on the way up. What they don't tell you is what they charge you when the market finally drops. That's when everybody jumps into these things when they drop, right? Well, I'm going to be smart. I'm going to buy an annuity. I only make money when it goes up, not down. And then when the market shoots back up after a crash, they think they're making a 30% return. No. You're making 3.5%, 4%. Read the fine line. How do you think these insurance companies, that's all they are, insuring your portfolio? They make all the money. You don't get that full return. People get surprised. All of a sudden the market's up 30%. They think they're getting making a lot of money. They look in their contract. Oh, no. You only get 3%. You only get 4%, 5%. You don't get the 30, 40% return. They screw you. The only way to protect yourself is switch your position. Is that so hard? And when you join my gang, is it so hard that every day at 2 o'clock, we take our portfolio, Steve was the head of our education department, post our actual portfolio. Our portfolio, tell you exactly what to do with each stock in the portfolio. Who else does that for you?
Looking at Caterpillar, we're going to continue to hold our Scout short here as we're still red under yellow, still yellow, even though it moved up.
And he goes on and articulates why you are going to do this and that with Caterpillar. Nobody does that. Are you kidding me? That's nobody does that. But to be in a position, not only if you follow our portfolio and do exactly what the gang members are doing, and don't go off the reservation. And then when we're ready to turn and take the position back down, you just switch your position. That's when you make money. And here's the thing about the big hedge funds. Why it's so important to know he's lying. Go and look up. Don't believe me. Go look it up, how hedge funds are doing. Disaster. But that's going to make the market go down even faster. Even faster. Why? Because hedge funds, remember, most hedge funds short. That's another reason why they're losing money. Because the market just keeps going up and up every day. Because it's artificial. It's all artificial. Between all the liquidity you're pumping in and the stock buybacks and all the things they're doing since 2009, they're losing money. So what happens is when the market starts crashing, what slows the market up going down is hedge funds short. Then they take their profits. So then the market stalls. You get an opportunity to get out. and then it goes down again, and then it stalls because they're taking their profits. So it's like tapping on the brakes. Instead of tapping on the brakes this time, it's like having a 500-pound gorilla sitting there pushing on the gas pedal. It's going to just come straight down. They're not there to take these short positions because they're out of business. They're not shorting. They're out of business. So we don't have that protection we always had before, where they would take and short and take profits and would stop that decline for a bit so you could get out. Now, this thing is going to go straight down. It's silly to me to think that people don't want to learn how to make money when the market's going down. So let me tell you, I'm reaching out to you and I'm telling you the 3 hours to learn how to short a stock would be the best investment you ever made. This is a high-risk market. Now, do we make money in a high-risk market? Sure we do. We're still buying stocks, but we buy the best momentum stocks. I talk to my members every day. Buy momentum. Buy momentum. Buy the momentum stocks where all the money is going. But we can do it with great ease because our chart, if you buy a stock, like let's say you buy a REIT, okay, PD we'll say, at least our chart warns you in advance. It turns yellow. It's telling you the institutions are pulling money out. Then it turns red, telling you they're accelerating. Does your chart do that? Of course not. Better not. That means somebody stole my charts. So, look, the government right now, understand the market. They're not there to help you with the stock market. They don't care about the 401ks. They don't care about your 401k. The guys who control the market, the 1/100th of 1%, the very, very top, who control the top 10 percentile, who get 85% of the gains, and they don't make money on a wage, being on a wage. They make money from dividends. They make money from the stock market. They make money from the gains. And these gains, we've already had a 90% gain from March 2020 after we had the crash. 90%. So it's like buying a train ticket from Washington to Boston. And you get on the train 1 mile outside of Boston, you're going to pay the full fare. You're going, well, why am I doing that? I mean, someone's got a question. You say, wait, we're only 1 mile away. Why didn't you buy it, okay, when you're in Washington? Okay, the ticket's $95. Are you kidding me? Now you're guaranteed we're only about 10 minutes outside of Boston. It's the same thing with stocks. People are jumping in stocks like crazy right now. What are they buying? They're buying all the wrong stocks. They're buying the name brands. Those are the ones that are going to go down first. Why? Because the big institutions, the big players are out of those stocks. They've already they're not going to continue to pay for stocks that are so overpriced. Are you kidding me? The PE ratios are crazy. Let's make it fun. Let's make it simple. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Get your color-coded chart and your membership free for 10 days. And sign up. Somebody sign up, please, for the shorting class this Saturday. Go to philsgang.com. I'll see you on the charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me to make my dreams.